guys. It's my fucking birthday. Technically, it's the day before my birthday. And when you hear this, it's going to be the day after my birthday. And if you're watching this on YouTube and I look like I'm looking at the stars, sorry, we're like adjusting our like technical stuff here,
New
our
setup.
camera, all that kind of shit.
Right.
But welcome to Tattoo Homewreckers. She says something else. It's like
this is like
where we talk about Tattoo's life and everything in between.
Good.
My name is Callista. And this is
Gaia.
There you go. We just swapped that around a little bit.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. I had no time to prepare because she was like, I'm gonna ruin your intro, and I was like, okay, and then that happened.
Yeah.
And I was like trying to adjust the camera, and everything happened so quick, and I've never heard you do our intro. It's been a long time. No, you've done our intro, but it has been a long time.
I usually am too busy laughing.
Yeah.
Because I clap really hard to
Yes.
get us to like line up the video and the audio. And then I'm just too busy giggling.
Well, I mean, before we get started, can I cheers to 36, everybody?
Thank you. Yep, I'm 36.
Yep, Gaia's turning 36. Not today, but tomorrow.
Yeah, and not yesterday either.
Not yesterday
which
either.
everyone thought it was yesterday.
Everybody has been
and
getting
then
your
thought
birthday
it was
wrong.
Today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, are people just not going to say anything tomorrow?
That would be fine too. But Facebook for sure will, because Facebook tells everyone it's my birthday.
Facebook is a lifesaver for
So
that.
then,
The amount of times it saved my life, for that reason, has been
amazing.
Nuts.
Yeah. So we are just going to talk a little bit about just random things today.
Yeah, it's going to be a random episode. Our first random episode. Because we are overdue for a silly episode. We just really wanted to do one.
Yeah, we've been hitting you guys hard with real stuff, and don't worry, we have a lot of those topics.
Yes, absolutely. Always.
Coming.
All the
time. But I miss us being silly.
Yeah.
So we do have mimosas. This episode we probably won't get super drunk, but the next episode we are going to play, what is it? Truth or Drink.
Yeah.
And we're going to record that same thing today because you are going out of the country again. Because you can't stay on the fucking plane.
I know, right? It's it's a huge whirlwind of a thing. So, we're recording 2 episodes today, which honestly works because we were planning on pre-gaming before the evening festivities ensue.
Yeah,
so
we're going to go watch, what is it?
Megan, or Maythregan.
Maythregan.
Mathregan. Yeah.
Mathregan, as Caboose calls it.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I have no idea what it's about, so I'm sure you guys will hear. By the time you hear this, I will have written up on social media.
I'm so excited.
I saw the picture, and it looks like it's about some sort of doll lady thing, and that is all I know. Mm-hmm. And in case you didn't know this, we absolutely love watching trash movies together.
Yes.
And
I've already warned you too. The only time it goes wrong is when we present it
American
as a series.
Psycho.
I know.
I will never forgive you for that.
I love that movie, and I think
you and Caboose are shitheads for. Also, I mean, honestly, like I told you, the internet are shitheads for that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Granted, I do have to accept that same thing for punking myself for Boogie Nights.
Oh my god. Dude, Boogie Nights was nuts.
I thought that Boogie Nights would be about Saturday Night Fever. I thought it was okay, it's Marky Mark and he's going to be dancing and it's going to be fun. It's going to be crazy. And then it wasn't. It was actually, he's a porn star, but I saw that in the synopsis, but I was still okay, he's a porn star, but it's going to be dancing.
Right, it's a perfect
because that's what
setup.
I think of as boogie. I don't think boogie is fucking. No. I think of boogie as I'm getting my boogie on, I'm dancing.
It just seems like it's set up to be a hilarious movie.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It was not, y'all.
It honestly was a phenomenal movie, but not funny. Not in the...
No, I would give it more of a American History X type of whoa, I did not expect these serious
I didn't sign up for this.
Turns. Yes.
Yeah.
And that's how I felt about American Psycho. Because American Psycho, I don't know why. I think it's because the title, I assumed American History X.
Yeah.
So, Edward Norton, very serious.
Yeah.
And I also thought Psycho.
Right.
The movie Psycho, which is also quite serious.
Yeah.
And so I was okay. And it's on all the lists of top 100 movies, and you know me, I love movies, so I love those lists.
You're a movie
even
person.
though I disagree with them a lot, just for personal preferences, because I could give a shit ass about mobster movies.
Right.
If actually, I take that back, female mobster movies, Widows. oh, so good. Yeah. But like your typical, like The Godfather, I'm not a 40, 50-year-old white man. I don't relate to it at all.
We are not their target audience, which is fine.
Like at all.
Yeah.
And so I was expecting like, you know, a serious film. Mm-hmm. And you and Caboose are like, dude, it's so good. And I should have fucking known. And now I know that if the both of you say something good, it's going to be stupid. And had I gone into it being like, this is going to be dumb, sure, I would have loved it. But the two of you dying over that scene of him trying to fucking put a cat into an ATM.
Dude, wow. Iconic scene. For those of you who haven't seen it, y'all need to watch it.
It's a dumb as fuck movie.
It's that scene and the business card scene that really gets me. Where, like, he is having a fucking mental breakdown over people's business cards. And I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah, I related to that on, like, a personal level. Because that's how I feel about business cards. Like, the fact that we have metal business cards
so nice.
Is iconic. Dude. We probably won't have metal ones when we go and like open a shop. I'll probably go with like plastic, but I can never go back to a regular paper, like,
dude,
just regular ass business card.
I feel
again.
So fucking bougie handing out my business card when it's metal, and there's some weight to it too. Mm-hmm. So when I hand it, the only problem with metal business cards is the fact that I am the business card friend. So, like, I hold all the business cards. You know how fucking heavy my purses have gotten from those fucking metal-ass cards? So fucking heavy.
Yeah, that's why I don't carry them. Well, yeah. I also just don't carry them because I'm just terrible at it. I'm just like...
That's fair.
My name is Gaia. Mm-hmm. Go, just open Instagram, type Gaia, and before you even hit that M, I'm going to pop up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, nah, dude.
Boom, done.
I'm so lazy. I'm like, just find me on social media.
Yeah. No, I definitely am. I love giving out cards.
Which is also, I just realized, ridiculous because I'm like, don't message me on social media.
But here's my social
Email
media.
me.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
follow me on social media.
Your social media will have email,
it has the link to my email.
Yeah, absolutely.
So where are you going again?
I'm going to the Dominican Republic with my family. This is the
first
trip.
Super fun.
I hope so.
Dude, she's like trip. White Lotusing it up. Hopefully nobody dies.
I hope so. I hope not. First trip.
But hopefully there's hookers.
There probably will be. I haven't been on a trip with them since 2019, so it's been a really long time since I've been on a trip with them, and I really hope it goes smoothly. But we've never done like a full all-inclusive resort together, so like I definitely feel like there are going to be hookers, and I definitely feel like it'll be hopefully more chill than the last season of White Lotus, because that shit was nuts. The last episode I watched when I was tripping on shrooms. And you know what made me feel so validated is my friend Devin and his girlfriend Selena watched it too. And Devin messaged me. He's like, you're fucking crazy for watching that season finale on shrooms. He's like, me and Selena were like so immersed in it. Like it was so intense. And I was like, yeah, dude, I was like having to turn to you and being like, this isn't real, right?
Yeah.
This is not real.
I had to keep reminding you that Jennifer Coolidge is indeed still alive.
Totally fine.
Still crushing it. Still a great, like, human being doing what she's meant to be doing.
She's so funny.
And that, like, she is totally fine and safe, and the gays are not trying to kill her.
The amount of amazing lines, the script in season 2. These gays are trying to murder me. Fucking it's amazing.
Iconic.
Hilarious and amazing. I loved White Lotus. Who was your favorite character on season 1 and your favorite character on season 2?
Ooh, I don't remember. I'm terrible with names.
That's okay.
So obviously season 1, it's the like manager, the dude in charge of everything. He's my favorite character.
Oh,
100%.
I forgot his name too. He's great.
Favorite character. Uh-huh. And then season 2, I super love Aubrey Plaza's character so much, but I still think it's the female counterpart, the manager. I love her so fucking much. I love her whole journey when she is like eating with the cats, which if you haven't seen it, that sounds like a really random fucking sentence. But like, I just related to that.
Yeah.
Like so much where you're like, this is going to sound really, really egotistical.
Okay.
When you're such a boss bitch that you just can't relate to other people.
Yeah. And you have to like go out.
Yeah. And you're just by yourself eating with the cats.
Eating with like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like I just like that scene. I was like, yes, boo, I get you.
Phenomenal characters.
Although I do have to say.
Ooh, do tell.
The only thing I did not like about the entire season is what the fuck are those brooches?
Oh,
the brooch that she
2?
in season 2,
the
brooch that like is the gift, and then like the other dude gets the brooch for his wife,
and
like the jewelry What the fuck? That was hideous. And I'm so sorry if someone, I don't know, happens to know the person who made that jewelry, but like, it's it was offensively ugly.
One of those things where it's like so niche, like high fashion that like
bitch, that wasn't fashion.
Well, I don't want to get it.
Gave a kid some like buttons
and like they matched it all
and they just like, I don't know, Elmer glued some like buttons and a shell, and then you said $4,000, please.
$4,000. Yeah, no. It's definitely like, I don't know if it's high fashion either. If it's one of those things where you're paying for the brand, because it kind of seems like it is. It's the same thing with like, I know I'm gonna get so much hate for this, but like a lot of like Gucci stuff is ugly.
Dude, it's Gucci's the one with all the logos, right? The repeating logos. Louis Vuitton does that too.
Louis Vuitton does it. I think Coach does it. Like a lot of brands do it.
Any repeating logo, to me, like your logo is not that good. It's ugly. No. Yeah. I don't appreciate it.
I don't understand the hype with Coach because like a lot of it too is like, they're all just brown purses. And like, okay, maybe I'm a peasant for saying that and maybe I just won't get it. But like, I don't want to get it either. I'm fine with not understanding it.
I don't know. I'm with you. Like, it's just it just doesn't scream anything special. It's not like those like the heels that you like with the red soles. Oh, those are actually fucking hot.
They're sexy.
I wouldn't pay that much money. I would genuinely just buy like knockoffs that have like
$900 a pair, baby, and that's the cheap ones are $900 a pair. Yeah,
I would never pay that, but like that red sole on a black shoe, super attractive.
Yeah, and it's also iconic. You know, it's such an iconic thing. She who was wearing Louboutins? Rebecca from Ted Lasso was wearing Louboutins on one of the scenes, and I was like, oh. Louboutins. Those are the shoes. Those are the shoes that I want. No, it's one of those things where I don't get it. But yeah, I think season 1.
Who's your favorite character?
Well, besides Tanya, of course. My
thing is Tanya nobody gets to say Tanya.
No one gets to say Tanya.
That's like being Christian and saying you love God.
Yeah, no.
Like, as a queer, it doesn't matter. Because even when you're not,
Jennifer Coolidge you cannot say Jennifer Coolidge. Yeah. We already know.
No, we know that that's the answer. She's gonna win every time. She's a fucking cop-out of like, okay, you love Jesus Christ, we get it.
Yeah, you don't get to say
That's right. I just compared Jennifer Coolidge to Jesus Christ. I mean, but she's way hotter.
She's our Jesus.
Yeah, she's the best.
Jennifer Coolidge, JC. Jesus Christ, JC. Okay. Anyways, holy shit.
Who's your favorite character?
I haven't even finished this mimosa. I'm not even. No,
we're just having a good time.
Yeah, we're having a great day. My first season.
Fake birthday.
Great fake birthday. Great pregame birthday to the birthday. My favorite character in season 1 would honestly have to be, gosh.
I know it's hard, right?
It is really difficult.
And if you haven't seen, while she thinks for a second, if you haven't seen White Lotus, even if you hate HBO Max and you don't want to pay for it, it's 100% worth it.
Fire.
Just for that show.
Amazing show. I think that my favorite character on the first season was the spa manager.
Oh, Belinda.
Belinda.
Because they do a shout out to Belinda in the second season, and both Caboose and I lost our fucking minds on it.
Belinda was great.
We were like screaming because she was like, maybe I should have opened. I'm going to give spoilers. So if you haven't watched it, I don't know, skip 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Or just listen to me and then watch it. Yep. I promise I won't ruin it. It's still amazing. But when she says like, maybe I should have opened that spa with that. I don't remember. She says something really offensive.
Something horribly offensive. Yeah.
And Caboose are like, Belinda. She's talking about Belinda. Yeah. Oh my God.
We got so excited because Belinda was such a great character. And I just like really enjoyed like, I don't know, that actress just did a really great job.
Oh yeah.
Hilarious.
Like I love her.
Yeah.
Also, I'm just going to state this. You know that bitch gives amazing hugs.
Yeah, she feels like a hug.
She's just, like her energy feels like a hug. And also, she's got those like perfect big huggy boobies.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, I'm going to hug you and I'm just going to fall asleep on you.
I'm never going to let go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So probably her. And then, of course, like, your top guy too. Like, he was great. Phenomenal.
Dude, my thing is, this is a big spoiler. So like, I don't know, skip like 3 minutes and then we'll be done talking about this. Mm-hmm. The fact that they show his face in someone else's ass crack. Dude. Because you know the actual actor had to.
His face is in there.
Face is in the butt crack. I fucking loved it.
Ass. Enveloped in cheeks.
Because like, it takes a lot to shock me with the amount of shit that I watch. Yeah. That I'm just like, okay. Yeah. Like, you know me. I watch a scene and someone's like, this is a profound shot. And I'm like, actually, this is the same shot from this movie from like 1981.
Yeah, you're like, it's a good shot.
Yeah,
but
I'm like, it's solid, but like, it's not original.
Yeah.
And when they showed that scene of just his face buried in that person's butt, I was like, yes, boo. Thank you so much. Iconic. Like, that was hilarious because I had a visceral reaction to it.
His whole descent into like madness was honestly, truly like, I don't know. I feel like it was just really well done.
Oh, yeah.
Incredibly well done. So yeah, definitely those are my top two, I would say. I just didn't want to steal your answer. But Belinda definitely is.
Dude, Belinda's amazing.
Yeah. Season 2.
Mm-hmm.
Not Aubrey Plaza, but like the brunette, or not the brunette, the blonde one. What's her name?
Oh.
They're part of the other couple that they're with.
I love that couple. I'm aware that you're supposed to not like them.
No, I love them.
But they're amazing.
I love them. I love that couple so much because, like, the self-awareness that both of them have, that, like, they at first glance, they seem like the ditzy couple that, like, oh, you know, they're just, like, rich and they're floozies and they're just, like, so, like, I don't know, spacey.
Yeah.
No, they actually have, like, great self-awareness. Or at least the female counterpart does. She definitely.
Well, I think both of them do, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I think also that's why the shows are so good, is because you end up, like, falling in love with the characters.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, pop quiz. What's your favorite show?
My favorite show ever?
Yeah.
You know, that's really hard. That is so difficult.
What's the first one that comes to mind? It doesn't have to be your real favorite. Just the first one.
First one that comes to mind... Probably either, weirdly enough, I don't know if I'll get hate for this, but How I Met Your Mother, just because it was, like, one of the first shows I watched as, like, a really, like, young person.
Yeah.
All the way through. So I watched How I Met Your Mother, I think, when I was, like, a freshman in high school, and I watched it all the way through.
That's adorable.
Yeah,
I love that. The first one that came to mind was Gilmore Girls.
Gilmore Girls.
It's definitely not like my favorite. Like, I'm not gonna like rewatch it. It's actually very painful to rewatch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I get very like nostalgic, and I will like try to watch it, and then I'm like, I fucking can't. I can't.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, I think it's really cute too. Just now realizing How I Met Your Mother. Ted, the main character, lives with his best friend, and his best friend's also married.
See?
So it's really adorable.
That's adorable.
Yeah, it's really cute.
It's the best way to live. Like, it's genuinely the best way.
It truly is. It changed my life. I'm just so grateful because even though, like, some people think it's, like, weird to live with, like, a married couple, I get that a lot where it's like, don't you ever feel weird? Like, don't you ever, like, get tired of third wheeling? And I'm like, I don't ever feel like I'm third wheeling. Like,
no, I mean, okay, I can say this because Caboose doesn't listen to our podcast, so it's fine. Yeah, he's our producer and doesn't listen to our podcast.
I just flicked my hair tie. I'm so sorry. Okay, continue.
Bitches over here flinging hair ties at me.
What the fuck is wrong?
Take my eye out.
Right?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of times Caboose is probably the third wheel.
Mm-hmm.
So, but also, like, we talk about it a lot in our household that, like, jealousy goes all the way around. So I'll hear the two of you giggling, and I'll be like, fuck them. They don't even love me. They don't want me around. And then I have to be like, you're fucking stupid.
You're fine. Yeah, the jealous emotions, honestly, is, like, what I think the jealousy is, first of all, we don't let it control us. We are really good at, like, acknowledging the emotion and, like, feeling it and then letting it pass.
Yeah.
Because I think jealousy only gets toxic when you let it control you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that goes for every single emotion, honestly.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Like, sadness is toxic when you let it control every aspect of your life. Mm-hmm. Happiness at some point, too, can be toxic if you're just constantly chasing a dopamine rush.
Yep.
That's toxic, you know? Like,
ooh. Speaking of dopamine.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about Disney and Universal and your screamy little ass.
Yeah, she's been desperate to talk about this on the fucking podcast.
Yeah, you said dopamine, and I was like, ooh.
You want to know her recent dopamine fix? The most recent one?
So we are going to Universal anyone that heard about the Universal trip before and my like fear of roller coasters, first off, I got tips and tricks for that shit. I read like a whole article on like how to not be afraid of roller coasters.
Which, can we just say is the most Gaia thing to do? I'm going to research this. And she did. And
yeah, because I don't want to be scared before I go on a roller coaster.
I love that though.
I want to skip all the negative emotions and just go straight from excitement about going to Universal and then be happy that I'm on a roller coaster. Yeah. Feel all the emotions, listen to your blissful screams, and then just like have fun.
Yeah.
And also get to share that with Rachel and Nicole. I'm so excited because Nicole's going to give you so much shit.
Dude.
And it's going to be amazing.
It's
going to be great. Okay. So I had this epiphany the other day.
Right.
And there's no way for this to sound good. So just go on this journey with me.
Yeah.
So we'll start by, first off, according to people I've slept with, I'm pretty solid in bed. But also, I feel like people will never tell you if you're not good in bed. But I actually did that once. I gave a dude a book that was like, what was it? The Idiot's Guide to Sex. So I am that bitch that will tell you you're not good
Honestly,
in bed.
We need more people like that in the world.
He was really bad.
That's the thing, yeah.
But also, sorry if you're listening to this. But I hope you got better. But yeah, so I wouldn't say I'm a lazy lover,
right.
But I have never understood the like, I just want to like give pleasure or like, I just want this to be about them. Like, I'm not that person. Like,
right.
No, boo. My husband's a man. He has a penis. It's like, he's guaranteed to like have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
I am not. So it is very like, I have to focus on me to guarantee I'm going to have a good time. So I've never understood this. Like, yeah, I just want to give pleasure and all that kind of shit. And then the moment I heard this bitch scream on a roller coaster, I understood. I was like, yes, I will do anything in this world to hear her with this like hilarious fear, joy. And like, if you know her personally, she lags. like buffering all the time.
Yeah.
So we're used to it. You guys probably aren't. You probably like don't notice because on here she tends to be a little bit like, I don't know, sped up more. Mm-hmm. But in like everyday life, Caboose will ask her a question.
Oh, dude.
and we're having a conversation, just so you know. Like, she's not like in the other room. Like, no, he will ask her a question. We're all in the truck. We're driving somewhere.
Yeah.
And then it's just silent for like 10 seconds. And then she answers like there was no silence. And so Caboose is like, oh, she's buffering. Yeah. It's her lag. And she does the same thing on roller coasters. So after you dropped, then she screamed. And I did not realize until that trip when we went for your birthday at Universal and we rode on the mummy ride, because you don't have the love of going backwards that I do.
Holy fuck, dude. No.
It's amazing. It's truly out of control. You can't see what's happening. It's a phenomenal thing.
You know what? What I would give to experience that mummy ride for the first time again, though. Because, like, it was such a doozy. Yes. The first time we went backwards, I literally, in my brain, I don't think I said this out loud. I was like, you're fucking joking. And then we kept going backwards.
You definitely did not say that out loud.
Yeah.
Because you ride the whole roller coaster backwards.
And that shit is so mentally fucked, and I loved it. I loved every second of it.
I wish that we could do it all over again and I could have recorded you, because I can't explain it well enough that like you scream with every drop.
Yeah.
And so there would be like silence, and we're halfway down the drop by the time the noise like makes it out of her mouth. And so I became obsessed with that I was like, okay, first off, I have that realization that I get people that are like, I just want to make my partner happy. I get that. Like, I don't feel that way in bed. My poor husband, whatever.
He's fine.
Yeah, he's fine. We've been together forever. He's okay. But like, I understood it in that moment to be like, yes, that is it. Like,
yeah, you've been dying to talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah, because it was a huge epiphany, because I've never understood that, where I'm just like, but do you actually feel that way? And then like, we're watching that whole Keith Raniere thing, and he is like he rapes them by giving them oral sex.
This is in reference to the NXIVM cult. Yeah. If you guys haven't seen The Vow on HBO Max, bro, that shit's crazy.
Yeah, it's bonkers.
Crazy. But yeah, that's our new hyperfixation.
But yeah, I was thinking about that is like people that are like, oh, I just want to give. And I'm like, nah, bitch, I want to receive. I'm a lazy hoe. Like, don't, no. You help me. And
Honestly,
in that moment of hearing you scream, I was like, yep. I understand that moment.
Yeah, it truly, yeah. No, definitely.
I'm stoked. We have like a couple weeks and then we go.
You know, ever since I was a little girl, really loved roller coasters.
I love that.
And it's mostly like, I don't know, I still remember this. Like in 6th grade, I got off of a roller coaster at Six Flags and I got off of the Medusa and I was like, oh, if this is how people who do drugs feel, I understand why people do drugs. Like as a 6th grader, I was like, I understand why people do drugs. And then as a 6th grader, I was like, this is probably the closest I'll ever get to doing drugs. Hilarious.
Oh, that's adorable.
Hilarious.
I mean that.
As a 6th grader, yeah.
Well, I mean, I can't say anything. I was like I saw a post that talked about like mad shit about people smoking weed. And it's because I went to a movie theater and it just reeked of weed. And unless you, like me now, love weed. Yeah. It was disgusting. I was like, seriously, bitch?
Right, like inconsiderate.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And no, also, like, the lady was super duper loud and that was annoying. Yeah. Which I also can't fathom because I'm not that kind of, like, high person. I'm not like, oh, I'm high. Let me be loud. I'm high and I'm in my head having whole ass conversations. Yeah. Watching everything. And then you have to, like, look at me and be like, you good? And then I'm like, you haven't said anything in like an hour.
That's my thing is like, if you want to get me to talk, weed definitely, like I can hold a conversation on weed, depending on like how stoned I am. But like, if you want to get me to talk, alcohol is the way to go. Yeah. Yeah. You put a couple drops of liquor in me and I'm like so outgoing. And so like, yeah. But yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. And
yeah. We're going to hit, 2 Disney parks. We're going to do.
Which ones?
We decided not Magic Kingdom because there were too many kids there. Yes. So we're going to do the, like, I think it's Hollywood whatever the fucking Hollywood one that's in Florida is because we're going to Florida. Yeah. Because most importantly, Tower of Terror is there. And she also screamed in like a super fun way. And I love Tower of Terror. Like, I love that like drop, that whole like, oh my God, it's so much fun.
So fucking fun. So much fun.
Yeah, so much fun. And then they have like the outdoor version of Tower of Terror. So we're going to do the Hollywood one. And then we'll do Epcot on Saturday and then Sunday, Monday. And like Epcot is when our friends come. So we'll get to do it with Rachel and Nicole. And then Sunday, Monday, we're going to do Universal, which I can't fucking wait because Universal's way better than Disney.
And
if you disagree with me, that's probably because you have kids and that's totally fine.
That's okay. You can disagree.
But like with a fast pass, bitch.
Yeah, Universal's like probably one of my favorite places on earth. And we'll be in Florida, which honestly, like I haven't been to Florida ever since I was like a baby. Like I was a kid. Yeah. Because we went to Disney World, but like I don't remember it. I think Jude was 3 at the time, which means that I was 6 or 7. And so, yeah, it's been a really long time. I also can't wait because I'm just going to make so much content of me eating food. So I'm going to do my first like foodie reel.
Yeah, because you have to show everyone your response to, because we missed you at Cracker Barrel. We didn't get like a full response for Cracker Barrel.
Okay.
Which is fine because we Cracker Barrel in California.
Yeah.
But like you haven't been to a Waffle House.
No.
And I just want to state for anyone who lives in the South, you know that Waffle House sometimes is crazy, but it's not like the internet says. I feel like it's very much the same as tattooing, that everyone's like, oh my God, is it the worst thing ever? People scream and cry and all this kind of shit. And I'm like, very seldom do people scream. Yeah. Same thing with Waffle House. Very seldom do you actually watch like a stabbing or like a full blown like chairs getting thrown. Like I've never seen a chair getting thrown. I have seen some nasty fights.
I'm watching you say this and I'm like, what are the odds with our luck that the first time I go to a fucking Waffle House, someone gets a chair thrown at them?
Okay, but that would be amazing.
Hilarious. Yeah. I just don't want that someone to be me.
No, it's always other people fighting because it's usually drunk people. And that's the thing too, is like you pick the times to go to Waffle House.
True.
It's the same thing with like, hey, if like an area of town is slightly sketchy, you're going to go there at 2 a.m.
No, valid, yeah.
Like, don't be a dumb shit. Like, at that point, like, you're inviting it. Yeah. But, not to victim blame. Right. But if you're going to be like, hey, look, like, we're probably going to go to Waffle House, like, either super late at night, or when we have a hangover. Those are the 2 best times. Is if you're like, okay, there's nothing else open, that's when you go. And that's when you get the action-packedness.
Yeah.
But if you go on a Sunday morning, it is like everyone and their grandma.
Mm.
And it's super nice, and it's like great. Not like a nice like experience. It's still a really like, shitty cruddy diner.
Yeah.
And you're gonna feel like you're caked in grease when you leave.
Yeah.
But whatever, the waffles are genuinely delicious.
Are they really?
Yes. I don't know why, because they're not good, but they're good.
I know what you mean though, because like sometimes I go to places and I'm like, listen, I know that like your pizza is not good.
Little Caesars.
I want it. Yeah.
I fucking love Little Caesars.
Give me your fucking pizza. People who hate on Little Caesars, why? For
you know
what reason?
You're being fucking classist.
There we go.
Yeah. Because
what is the point
Little
of
Caesars is one of the few places that still has stuffed crust. And isn't charging me $30. Because I have a huge gripe with like Reno and like the West Coast overall. But like, why the fuck are pizzas $40 here? I never paid that much the entire time we lived on the East Coast. I've never paid $40 for fucking pizza. And here I'm like, $45 for one pizza? Bitch, this better be giving me orgasms with every single bite.
Straight up.
And it's not. It's always just like, meh, okay, it's all right.
It's a pizza.
I'd rather pay $7 for my like cheese stuffed crust Little Caesars.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That will hit the spot. However, I don't like the fact that they keep getting rid of the cinnamon bites. Just leave them on the fucking menu. Yeah, I'll be like, oh my God, I really just want like a cinnamon bite.
You know what? You know who else is trifling like that? Taco Bell. Taco Bell's trifling like that because sometimes they take away the fucking certain menu items for a little bit and you know they're going to come back.
Oh yeah, when they take them away, I just won't go there. I get mad at them.
Valid.
I'm like, no, you can fuck off.
Valid.
Also, I want to know about that too, by the way. Who out there, like, if I go in, I'm currently, like, boycotting Chipotle because they fucked up a bunch of orders. And every time I'd go in, they wouldn't have black beans. They wouldn't have they didn't have lettuce.
It's so random.
So shitty.
It's so random.
Also, because you have to go to Moe's because a Julia Gulia beats anything that Chipotle has.
Cannot wait to eat it. We're
basically just gonna like eat our way through the South.
And I cannot wait to edit this content of me eating things and ranking them.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Because Moe's nacho cheese, oh, stupid good.
Can't wait.
So good. It has so much more flavor than Chipotle's. Really? Because Chipotle's is just salty and Moe's actually tastes like cheese and you can taste the like peppers in it and it's good.
Ooh.
Yeah, but I'm like, what I want to know is who else, like I will go up and like, you know, go to Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Come for me. I love Taco Bell.
We love Taco Bell.
We do.
We love Taco Bell, by the way. Just because I say shit like, you know who else is trifling? Even though Taco Bell's trifling, we love Taco Bell.
Well, like you always say, you can love something and have criticisms for it.
I always say that. You could love something and have very heavy critiques for it. Absolutely.
There you go.
Very normal. But sorry, continue.
But what I'll do is I'll like pull up and they're like, oh, we don't have black beans. And I'm like, thanks, I'm good. And I will just pull away. And anytime I do that with other people, you and Caboose are used to it now. So like we'll go in and be like, oh, you don't have what I want. And I just leave. Anyone else I do that with is like, oh, you left? I'm like, why am I going to pay my hard-earned money? Because I have to work for every dollar I make.
Yeah, literally.
I was going to say minus OnlyFans, but I guess I do because I have to take fucking 30 pictures a week or 30 pictures a month for it.
Yeah.
But like with tattooing, I'm only getting paid while I'm fucking tattooing. So I work for every fucking dollar. I'm not going to give you my hard-earned money to get something that's not going to bring me satisfaction.
I'm a big fan of like, I am not going to eat something that I'm not going to enjoy.
Yeah.
No, I'm done with that shit.
It's like fucking someone you don't want to fuck. Why? Just because it's convenient? No.
I don't know.
I don't care how hungry it is. I want to eat something I want to eat.
Yeah. No, I totally get that. I'm not going to like, we're done with this era of settling. And as a kid who was like raised in a household where like, you know, you had no choice, you eat what you eat. And I'm having to, as an adult, deprogram things. Like, for example, it's okay to not like smoothies. I did not realize that I didn't like smoothies. Like,
I love smoothies.
I know, right? It's so random. Like I'll have a small smoothie and be like, good. A medium smoothie? No. There's something about it. Like, I'm just, like, getting used to, like, being like, no, I don't want that right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where I'm like...
Whereas I'm the opposite. There's lots of stuff I don't like.
I love that. And that's the thing. I wouldn't
consider myself a picky eater, but I don't know. Maybe I am. Maybe I am a picky eater.
I would just say you know what you like and you know what you don't.
Yeah, I have very, very strong... Well, I guess that's about everything. I was going to say I have very strong opinions about food. Mm-hmm. But I guess I have strong opinions about most things.
I think... here's the thing. Like, I don't understand why... I feel like saying someone's a picky eater, like, the only time I would apply that is if you were just eating chicken nuggets and mac and cheese and that's it.
Well, yeah, because that's not nutritionally dense.
Exactly. You can be... The only time I would ever call someone a picky eater is if you're, like, actually causing harm to your body. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, but if you, like, just don't like things that, like, a lot of people like, that's fucking okay.
But I think it's also just the weirdest thing that people, like, it's one of those weird points of pride.
I know.
Like, oh, yeah, I'm not a picky eater. When I'm like, dude, I don't want mayonnaise. I don't want jizz substitute on my food. Mm-hmm. Just butter or nothing. Don't tell me it's aioli. That's a fucking lie. Mm-hmm. That's just fancy jizz. That's like rich person jizz.
It is fancy mayo.
I don't want jizz on my sandwiches.
Love an aioli. I love jizz on my sandwich. I have strong feelings about mayonnaise. I love mayonnaise. I can't eat a sandwich without mayonnaise. And that's the thing, is like...
Whereas, like, I eat dry as fuck sandwiches.
Yeah, it's very disturbing, but it works for you.
Well, I can't mentally put butter on it yet. I'm not there. That's, like, part of, like, working through the eating disorder. Is like, hey, eventually you'll be able to put butter and not be like, all these calories.
Ah! Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, some days are better. Some days I get to have butter on a sandwich, and my brain's, like, fine with that. And some days I'm like, you can't do that, or you're gonna fucking choke and... Instead, I just choke on my dry sandwich. But I also just don't I don't love sandwiches like you and Caboose love sandwiches.
I know, you really don't. And that's okay. No. That's totally fine. There's something about sandwiches that, like, for whatever reason, like, really just tickles the right spot in both Caboose and I's brain.
You know what's stupid, though? Huh. Sandwiches on a plane. Like, sandwiches...
I know. It's like a necessity
come out of a bag.
It's such a necessity for you.
I'm like, yes. Like, this hits... It's my favorite thing. Because I'm a grown-ass fucking adult. And I'm on a plane. And
it's the only...
Caboose makes me two sandwiches.
I know.
And then I will be sitting next to a stranger. And I have to eat on, like, the... What is that?
Ascension, yeah.
Because if I don't eat, my ears pop, and she's been on planes with me. It's nasty. It's awful. There are tears. My ears will literally bleed.
Yeah.
Which does look super metal, but it does not look metal because it's one of the few times that I will, like, actually cry in public.
Yeah. Yeah. It's bad. It's super bad.
So I have to eat, and I can't chew gum. So, like, thank you so much for suggesting that. Keep those suggestions to yourself. Mm-hmm. Gum doesn't do anything. I have to, like, actively be swallowing something to get my ears to open up.
It's that continuous motion.
And, like, I will smush the shit out of my sandwich and then just eat a smushed sandwich like a fucking toddler on a plane.
You know,
and the last time we were on it, I was next to, like, a dude who's, you know, I don't know him. He's just, like,
a dude.
Jim Bob over here. Uh-huh. And he kept looking at me like, how many sandwiches is this bitch gonna eat?
Wait, there's another?
Yeah, because I just kept pulling out more sandwiches. He's like, I'm like, first off, I have an oral fixation and I love eating. Mm-hmm. Secondly, a sandwich on a plane, or, like, I will take sandwiches to fucking Disney because I'm like, the way a sandwich hits when you are out and about, but not like I don't want to buy a sandwich. I want, like, a homemade, shitty, smushed together meat, cheese, nothing else, maybe butter. That's it.
It is, honestly, I keep forgetting about it too, because whenever we do go on a plane together, when it's, like, particularly, like, you never bring it up when it's just you and I.
Yeah.
But every single time when it's you, me, and Caboose, you're like, oh, well, we have ingredients for sandwiches to bring on the plane. And you say that every single time.
I go to tell him.
Literally every single time we're about to go on a flight, like the night before, you'll be like, well, we have ingredients for sandwiches. And I'm like, what the fuck? You never eat sandwiches. Every single time you say that to me, I'm like, okay. I don't bring sandwiches onto the plane because I'm, like, just not interested. Like,
there's only 3 places that I order a Diet Coke.
Oh yeah,
Tokyo Sushi.
Love it. So good.
It's so good. So all you can eat sushi. Diet Coke. The movies, Diet Coke.
Yeah. Yes.
Wait, what are you going to eat? Drink fucking water with popcorn? You psychopath.
I have to do both. I have to do water and a Coke.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
You know my hatred of water, though.
Yeah.
Also, fuck off. Don't come for me. Water tastes different everywhere, and water in Reno tastes disgusting. Mm-hmm. It's gross. Mm-hmm. I still love my well water from South Carolina that has fucking sediment at the bottom and it's delicious. It's the way water should be, slightly dirty.
Slightly dirty.
I don't need your super purified, tons of chemicals added Reno
water. The
water.
fluoride is trying to make us gay. Too late.
Yeah. I feel like the fluoride is trying to make me straight. I don't like it. My body rejects it. It's like, no, you're going to make me normal.
No.
And then it's Diet Coke on a plane.
Yeah.
Those are the only three places. And it's the same thing, a plane or an amusement park. Yeah. The only places I want to eat a sandwich.
So, it catches me by surprise every time because you're so uninterested in them. And then it's the opposite for me. I am not interested in bringing on a sandwich to the plane. I don't want a sandwich on the plane. I'm in such a subconscious state of stress. I'll be excited to, go and travel. I will not eat and I will hardly drink on a plane. Just because I'm like, eh.
Yeah, we have been having fun. We learned that the Reno airport sells alcohol, so we've been having fun drinking on planes.
Oh, you bet that I'm gonna get hammered.
It's been a good time.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no.
Yeah,
solid.
It's great.
I think we did good for our first random.
Thank you guys so much for listening. This birthday banner is going to be up for next week's episode as well, because we are going to take a quick break and then we will be back with why do I keep forgetting this fucking truth or drink?
Truth or drink. Yeah, you're good.
It's because I'm a dare bitch.
Okay, but here's the thing.
I always did dares. I never did truth.
Really?
Nah, dude. Dares are way more fun. Dares were streak around the block, kiss this random person. They're way more fun. You want me to tell you something? All right, I'll never get to drink. So I'm going to have to tell people stuff and drink.
That's what I was about to say. I'm a little bit concerned because you are such an open book that I feel like you are not ever going to take a drink and you're going to make me look bad because I am going to take drinks.
Well, you're a pussy.
Okay, well, fine.
Okay, so join us next week or for us in 5 minutes. And thank you guys so much. We love you. And don't forget, please send us voicemails. I really, genuinely, they warm my heart. And I love them so much.
We need to edit them in the episodes. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm so sorry.
It's a whole extra step.
It's,
but what? I do appreciate
our own producer doesn't listen to our podcast. So
yeah. So thank you for listening to it.
Yeah. Caboose. Anyways, thank y'all. We'll see you soon.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.